Receiving content.
I got nothing. Not even a notification that we're online now. Oh, okay.
Looks like it's getting ready to work. Yeah, I think we're good.
I've got nothing. I've got nothing.
Give it a second.
I've got something.
You got something?
I got something. Still first. Goddamn, Rennie's good. That dude is good. Oh shit, my volume's up, isn't it? I've got nothing. Shit. Where's that coming from?
Mine. Sorry.
Oh.
Check 1 2.
Hello, hello, hello.
Still
Sorry.
sound really quiet.
No, you sound good.
Check 1 2. It sounds fine to you?
It sounds fine to me.
Maybe it's just he said.
Yeah. What's up, Woot? Rennie, you first like a mug, like always in your post. We was just talking about you posting that good food on Facebook. Keep that shit coming. I can live vicariously through you. What's up, Jay?
Check 1 2.
Texan, what's going on? The Texan. Vampire, a couple of new faces in there today. Brian, how you doing, Brian Maiden? Victor Sanchez, what's going on? Wooter Woot. I'm going to start calling you Woot. Wooter.
He says the hop count's shit. I bet so. I bet there's probably like 60 routers between us.
The hop count to the Netherlands is shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
How many routers you got to pop to get to where he's at?
Oh.
I doubt it's 60, but it's got to be a good 15, 20.
Jay, I'm sick, the Texan. I know it says I sound like I just woke up.
Dude, I feel bad too.
It's going around, bro. I've took 2 days off of work this
I have some Bitcoins there, Russell. I think it's just like stock at this point. Buy it if you can.
What's up,
Buy
Blue
now.
Blue?
Don't worry about waiting until it goes down again.
From Amber's GoFundMe. What's up, Blue
And then
Arrow?
I suggest that you just put in a certain amount every week and don't
That
worry
is Josh. Oh, Josh, yeah. Hey, right on, man. Right on. Why so early, guys? Okay, so...
Goys.
Hey, guys. Goys.
Why so early, goys?
Goys.
It's Australian.
Oh.
Why so early, goys?
No, if it was Australian, it'd be mate.
Oh, good point.
Why so early, mate? Mates. Well, hit him with it, Everett.
What?
Why we're so early today?
Well, shit, I got a Christmas party right after we get done here. It's a family Christmas thing. Eric's not invited. Different
I'm
side
not,
of the family.
no.
And then tonight we have a UGC Christmas party down. It's about a 2-hour drive away to our other office where we're planning to have a little bit of fun. But that's it.
Yeah.
2 Christmas parties today.
2 Christmas parties today, man. And then, yeah, I've been sick. Sick as fuck this week. That's terrible, but it is.
Yeah, you were out 2 days this week sick.
Yeah. Yes, 2 days, and it was not good. I laid at home and just laid there. Australian would be cunts. Oh, Wooter says it would be cunts, not mates.
I guess mates is British. I don't know.
Or maybe cunts is such a normal word that it's like how they say, hey, cunt, hey, that's like how they, like.
Is that how they do it?
Hey, fucker, over here, like.
It's a term of endearment.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe it's such a normal word. I've never been to Australia. I hear there's too many big fucking bugs and stuff in the outback.
Oh, everything kills you there.
Yeah, I don't
Be
know.
right back.
If
I gotta fix the TV.
All right, you don't have the zombie virus. It'd be crazy to see that shit happen live. Oh fuck, wouldn't it?
Like if it actually happened?
Yeah, like this video would be what the CDC used to like diagnose. Say I'm patient 0. And like they had to find like they're gonna synthesize my fucking blood for a cure for a vaccine. Oh no, I'm an anti-vaxxer, so that won't work.
You're an anti-vaxxer.
No, I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but that's funny. You can't synthesize my blood for a vaccine because I don't believe in them. And a stranger mate. Oh, okay, yeah, so stranger's mate. Russell Burns is looking into the investment. There's actually a couple guys that we work with here, Russell, that we're trying to get to start a crypto podcast here, too. Apparently, there's a lot of different currencies you can buy other than just Bitcoin.
Yeah, hundreds. Like right now, the big one's Litecoin.
Litecoin?
It's going up like 300% in the last week. So if you would have put $1,000 in last week, that'd be $3,000 today.
Yeah, that's insane.
There's no other investment that I know of that's short term like that and offers anywhere near the return.
Wooter says you call your friend a cunt and a stranger a mate. Now, if that ain't ass backwards.
Well, you don't want to just call strangers cunt.
Why not? Fuck them. You don't know them.
That's a good way to get a bottle to the head, especially in Australia. Any place that have soccer hooligans, you just don't want to throw around cunt, in my opinion.
Fair. Soccer hooligans are fucking nuts.
Yeah, you don't mess with them.
No.
I feel like the bass is out of my voice. Maybe it's my nose.
Yeah, we're both pretty nasally, man.
Check 1 2. Check.
I've been to Perth. Where the fuck is Perth?
Australia. God damn it.
How do you know that?
Because I'm not retarded.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Fuck off. Wouldn't cunts be Irish? I mean, I think there can be cunts everywhere, Victor. Just saying. Marissa, so how late am I? No, I think you're early, because we're early, so it wouldn't be late.
Marissa, we got into it yesterday over some DC versus Marvel stuff.
Yeah, well, that's just because you suck in things.
You know what? You guys both suck because you're blind-ass fanboy / girls.
No.
Like, you're not giving shit a chance because my team is the only team that matters, and I'm not even looking at another team.
No, not at all.
That's like people who've only had bologna sandwiches without cheese.
I'm not saying Superman couldn't beat up Iron Man. I'm saying Batman can't take Iron Man.
I'm saying you're crazy.
Well, that's where we differ.
Yeah.
It is what it is. The Bitcoin stuff sounds like a scam to the Texan.
Well, I mean, to you, the Texan, I say this: go put $100 in, wait 1 week, and then take it back out.
Yeah, you'll have more money than you started with.
Yeah. Go to Coinbase.com. That's where I went. It's quick, easy to make an account. It tells you what you make day over day. It takes about a week, though. After you make your first purchase, it takes about a week for it to actually hit in your account. But whatever you lock in and buy at that first time is the price you get whenever you finally get your Bitcoins.
Oh, yeah?
And then you just watch it go up.
Pigpen is Matrix to the Google.
Matrix, huh?
I don't know what that means. I like it.
Because I got it shoved in the back of my head.
Tried Supergirl, vomited in my mouth.
Yeah, I'm not saying too much about the DC TV universe, but whatever. The Arrowverse, as they call it.
The Texan is the guy that posted the Batman thing to the group.
Ah, okay, well, good.
That's great. DC all the way.
Yeah, there we go. Well, I'm not saying DC all the way.
I won't hold that against you, Texan.
See, I think what you guys think is I'm DC all the way as well. I like them both. They're both great. They both have great storylines. It'd be cool if
suck.
It'd be cool. Why don't you get some different ones? Bring in your Astros. Hook them right up. It's no big deal.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Wow.
You can go get your HyperXs if you wanted right now.
I'll be fine, but yeah, these
anyway,
are just weird.
I like them both. I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's great. But you got to be realistic and know that Batman's going to beat the shit out of Iron Man. Maybe if it's in this corner, like laugh it up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, if that's your argument right there, is just a laugh. Not like anything, like you know anything about Batman or what he can do. You just like Iron Man.
Motherfucker, I've been watching Batman since I was a kid.
You don't know a goddamn thing.
I think I've seen almost as much Batman shit as you.
I doubt that. I sincerely doubt that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, first of all, it's been 20 years since you watched a few episodes of Batman the Animated Series.
Fair.
So that don't count. The Batman movies obviously don't fucking count because they have...
Why?
Why don't they count? Well,
why?
For one, the Batman Begins was nothing like anything that's ever been in the comics. That
MCU, DCU. Batman versus Iron Man.
I still give it to Batman.
Really?
I still give it to Batman.
DCCU, I'm sorry.
Expanded Universe. DCEU.
No, DC Cinematic Universe. Just the Batman you've
they call
seen
it
in the
the
movies.
EU, okay?
Is that what they call it? The Expanded
Let's
Universe?
do the show. I'm done with you. Let's start out this way.
Punisher is great. I agree.
Punisher is pretty good.
FCC chairman. We're going to talk about that Desert Crossfire. Desert Crossfire.
Talk about what?
Fuck, my eyes are terrible. FCC. Those bunch of cunts.
That's funny. All right, I'm going to go start it.
I wish you would. Batman is weak. He's just rich kid with gadgets. No,
Are you fucking kidding me? Anyway.
You're listening to Surreal Talk, a look inside the world of cults,
You guys
conspiracies,
seem to think
and
that
the
Batman doesn't have a
paranormal.
Batmobile or the Batwing or bat fucking 100 different things he can fly up in with himself. Batman makes suits that flies as well.
Something's not right. Something's bullshit here, and I don't believe
He's
it.
smarter than Tony Stark. By far.
Honestly, this crazy
Tony
shit
Stark
could be
graduated
completely
MIT
possible.
at like fucking 15, 13, something like that.
Disclaimer, we reserve the right to be wrong, ladies and
Technology,
gentlemen.
the most prestigious technical
All right.
institute in America.
All right,
You
we'll
know
talk
the
about
whole
this later.
story? Think again.
And
Now
America's
your
basically
hosts,
the world. We know
Eric
that.
and Everett.
You didn't hear that from me. Welcome to Surreal Talk, a look inside the world of cults, conspiracies, and the paranormal, a lineupmedia.fm production, and we are back.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show this week.
We are marveling over the...
Oh, come on. We've been arguing for a fucking solid, I don't know, forever now about Batman versus Iron Man. I don't want to get into it on the show. We just did it for 10 minutes before the show. We don't need to do it now.
Okay, I fair.
Even though today we are, again, all over the place, we're not going to that place.
That's not part of this place.
That is not part of the place we are going.
We had some hiccups getting the stream going, but it's better now. We're on.
Marissa says Batman is still a bitch. God damn it. Anyway.
He is, man. He is. So I've been sick the last week, so I kind of sound like hell, and we're on early today.
Yeah,
because
on top of that, we've just got access to the project we've been working on. That's been pulling a lot of our time away. Again, excuses for why we're not doing a great long show about some cool-ass topic this week, but that's why.
We got, IRL shit getting in the way.
So what we wanted to do this week is we went down the group and looked at a bunch of the topics people have posted and just kind of wanted to go over some of the cool shit people have posted and talk about it, and that is what it is.
Yeah, I'm with it. It's not really a big fight, Texan. Texan says that he caused a big fight between us.
God damn it.
And it's not really a big fight. It's just a serious difference of opinions. Like a disagreement on the highest level. Not a fight, but a disagreement for sure.
You have a fucking Christian, like a religious obsession with. No, I'm not getting into it. No.
All right. So one of the things that was posted to the group was the creepy as fuck Simpsons predictions.
Well, it was more like the Simpsons again have predicted correctly the 21st Century Fox deal, where Disney buys out 21st Century Fox, which starting right on that's kind of crazy if you think about it.
That's pretty gnarly.
That means they own like fucking 30% of all movies. Anything they bought, all past rights, all the new rights, it's everything. It's the completeness of 21st Century Fox.
It's insane, man. So Disney owns...
As a movie lover, I'm kind of scared that Disney is going to be the ones responsible for Deadpool going forward. Yeah.
Oh fuck! I never thought about that.
Yeah.
That's no good.
That's no Gouda. It's okay. I mean, I'm sure they're not going to fuck around with a R-rated franchise that could pull in $700-800 million on a release.
Right. Deadpool did great. It was a fucking excellent movie.
But anyway, on to the Simpsons predictions.
Okay, so number one I have, in 1999, the radiation spawned mutant tomatoes. So in season 11, episode 5, called E-I-E-I-Do, Marge finds the mutant tomatoes, spawned by radiation, and exactly...
It's not the tobacco episode, right, where they made half tomato, half tobacco? Remember that one?
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's deformed vegetables and fruit pop up around Japan near the nuclear power plant that went... Fukushima, yeah. So that was a pretty weird one. That was in 2013, and the episode was...
Did you say queered? That was a pretty queered one?
Not that I know. I might have. Maybe I was going to say cool and then weird at the same time, and it got into queered. I don't know how that happened.
Anyway, moving on.
Not a homophobe, I promise, though. In 2008, number two, this is in 2008, Homer's voting machine changed his vote from Barack Obama to John McCain. It would not allow him. So it's season 20, episode 4, Treehouse of Horror 29, I believe is what it was. So that's
Jesus
an episode.
Christ.
That's a Halloween episode, Treehouse of Horror. Anyway, so he's pushing the Barack Obama, and it just keeps changing it to John McCain. And in 2012, people were having that same problem trying to vote for Barack Obama, and it was changing it to Mitt Romney. Like, there's videos of it on the internet where, like, they're pushing.
That one's kind of weak. I mean, especially since that was when did that episode air? What year?
The 2008 and 2012. So it was the previous election. So they did this
that's a couple years after the whole hanging Chad shit.
Hanging Chad. What are you talking about?
Remember the 2004 election with Gore and Bush? Was it where they had the Florida recount? But the problem was on all the paper ballots, all the little whenever they punched out the little hole for who they voted for. Sometimes they would hang, like it wouldn't cut out like one quarter.
Oh yeah.
The hanging Chad. So since then it's been really in comedy really popular to make voting type gags. So that one doesn't surprise me, but the 21st Century Fox one is. What else you got there?
I got oh no, hang on, that one's stupid. Okay, so in 1995, Lisa's future fiance could verbally communicate with his watch. In 1995, there was no such technology where you could talk through a phone call through your watch. So
yeah, but didn't Dick Tracy have that shit?
I don't know, did he?
You remember Dick Tracy had the, hey, fucking headquarters, it's me, Dick Tracy.
Oh, did he have a communicator like that?
Yeah, he sure did.
Oh, well, okay, so then maybe that one's not so weird, Everett says. And then...
it's kind of cool, but...
Oh, the horse meat scandal. Do you remember the horse meat scandal? Oh, yeah, dude, 2013 horse meat scandal. A bunch of products tested positive for horse meat.
Where were these products sold?
America.
I mean, what retail chains?
I don't have that right here.
Was it McDonald's?
This was an article.
It wasn't McDonald's, was it? I used to love McDonald's in that time period.
You've probably ate horse before. Let's just be honest about it. Horse probably isn't that bad, though. I mean, what about like ostrich meat? Would you eat ostrich meat?
Yeah, sure.
Fuck yeah, I'd eat ostrich meat. Not in lieu of...
poultry, though.
It is poultry. It's kind of like, I guess it's like a big chicken.
Yeah, I mean, you got your porks, you got your beefs, and you got your poultries, if you ask me. And then you're like
Fish.
reptiles and fish.
Yeah, you got like what do they call it? Seafood.
Yeah. Do reptiles count as poultry?
I don't mean like a Komodo dragon.
No, like maybe an iguana though.
Do people eat iguanas?
I'm sure they do. When you eat an iguana, hard up, island?
Oh fuck yeah, I would eat one if I was hard up. But is it like a delicacy?
I don't know.
I would eat a Komodo
Did you know
dragon.
in Peru they eat guinea pigs?
No shit.
That's seriously a thing they eat down there.
Bummer.
Anyway, moving on. Simpsons.
That's fuck.
I think the
Anyways.
one that always surprised me the most was how they called Trump.
Yeah, that one's gnarly.
Yeah, and in 2000 they had an episode called Bart to the Future, which Bart joked about Lisa becoming president after President Trump. You know, it's kind of a big deal.
It's a real big deal. Here's a weak one though. In 1998, Springfield kids were stoked about a yard work simulator. And they're relating this to Farmville, people playing Farmville. So that's kind of not even the same. They pretty much made that one up, I feel like.
Yeah.
So the baby translator, and then there's supposed to be an app that you can record your kid crying, and it's supposed to be able to tell you what they're mad about. I think
that was also The Simpsons. Yeah, I love that episode.
I think that's bullshit.
Man.
Yeah, that was his brother Herb, right?
Yeah, Homer bankrupted him by creating the car. You remember that?
Yeah.
And it was a bummer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you think, though? You think they, how do you think they're doing it? You think they're just getting lucky? That's kind of weird.
I don't know, but before Guitar Hero ever existed, in 2002, Mick Jagger and Keith Richards gave Homer a Guitar Hero jacket. Say Guitar Hero right on it. Probably a coincidence.
I'd say it has to be. Unless the Guitar Hero people took it from the name. But again, come on.
Hey, now this one's pretty creepy. In 1996, a high-tech intercom at the front of Mr. Burns' place looked exactly like what would become the first-generation iPod. Like, dead on.
Well, do you know that a lot of the people on the Simpsons staff, or at least a few of them, are like high-level, PhD-level mathematicians? Yeah.
No. Why?
Yeah. Why? I don't know. I guess they decided to do it after they started writing The Simpsons. It's just they went to college for it. You know, they knew Matt Groening. In Futurama, actually, they did a whole bunch of episodes, involving advanced math theorems. There was one episode where people's heads got swapped with their bodies. Like, a couple of them got swapped, and you were not allowed to swap to a body you've already had. So this guy created some sort of crazy algorithm that would solve this giant problem with like 11 people's heads that get swapped, and they basically created a whole episode around just that algorithm. It was weird.
It's fucking weird.
But my point is this: they're high-level math people. You think they're doing any kind of weird advanced predictions in that regard?
I don't know, but they in 1993, Simpsons released a show, season 5, episode 10, Springfield with the Money Sign, or How I Stopped Worrying About Love Legalized Gambling. That's weird. Anyways,
it reminds me of
Siegfried and Roy got mauled by their
Dr.
tigers.
Strangelove is what that is, or How I Stopped Worrying About the Bomb.
10 years before,
Roy got
he actually got mauled. Yeah, they got mauled on The Simpsons by their tigers. Now that's pretty cool.
That was a bummer. You were telling me while we were out on a ride a little while ago that a woman just got mauled by her own dogs. She was 22, mauled and killed, right?
They killed her. Yeah, it was on the East Coast somewhere. I can't fucking remember. It was a long ride, but so she was walking her dogs, and they found her the next morning, and the dogs were eating her.
What if she was killed and the dogs just decided to eat her then? How do they know the dogs did the killing?
They're the ones that investigated the scene, not me.
The dogs were?
Yeah, the dogs investigated the scene, but not me. I don't know. Homer used cooking grease to turn it into quick cash in season 10, episode 1, Lard of the Dance. And then there was also
Lard of the Dance.
A scandal in 2013 where thieves were caught stealing used cooking grease and turning it into quick cash. So
yeah, that's been a thing ever since biofuels came around.
Nothing really. Oh yeah, Homer riding on a wrecking ball. I don't call that the Miley Cyrus connection though. That's
So you putting a poo-poo on the whole Simpsons predicting thing? Or are you
I
saying
don't
the
know,
show that's been around
the Trump
30
one is nuts.
A show that's been around 30 plus years, the comedy writers are bound to get, every now and then something that's just funny to talk about in the future is going to happen.
Hey, the three-eyed fish actually happened though. They found a three-eyed fish, and then you remember Blinky?
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about Simpsons. I'm saying we actually found a three-eyed fish.
With the same configuration, like an eye in the middle of its head?
That's what it says. 2007, a real life. I'm gonna click on it and look at the picture. I hope it's exactly like Blinky. Please be just like Blinky.
No?
Yes, that didn't take me to the right place.
Fuck it. It doesn't matter. I wouldn't surprise me. It could be on either side or in the middle. It doesn't matter. It's three-eyed fish. I'm not eating it. Just like...
Oh, no, I never said I wouldn't eat it.
Well, you'd eat a three-eyed fish?
I mean, why not?
I don't know. I just have a problem eating things with deformities. I don't know. Would you eat a fucking six-legged pig?
Well, yeah.
What about an eight-legged chicken?
Oh, yes. I think that's 6 more drumsticks, dude.
What if it's eight-winged? Even
I
then.
like wings.
Yeah, even then. Wings
I like wings.
All right, chicken's off the thing. You can go ahead and genetically engineer the chicken. That's
Oh,
fine.
man.
And while we're at it, if we can get a couple extra bellies on a pig for more bacon.
Is that where bacon comes from?
Yeah,
The
pork
belly?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
I bought I had some bacon a while back that when I cooked it, it smelled just like pork steak, and it kind of weirded me out. I ate it. It tasted like pork steak.
It's thick.
Yeah, no, it was bacon. It kind of smelled like bacon, but it smelled more like pork steak and tasted more like pork steak than bacon. It was weird.
All right, moving on. You got anything
Could have
else for
been in my
Simpsons?
head. No. I just thought that was pretty crazy. Somebody posted that on the group and was like, "Fuck it, we'll talk about it."
All right, so a listener in the group named Andrew Vols went to a symposium on the Montauk Chronicles. So that's a book.
Oh yeah, the Kevin Spacey thing. Wait, hang on now.
Hold on, what?
The Texan, yeah, I forgot about that. So they predicted Kevin Spacey being
Who did? Family Guy?
The Family Guy predicted Kevin Spacey.
So is it a prediction if that rumor's been going around for 10, 15, 20 years?
No, maybe it was just some
Like,
clever adding it
Seth-
in there because everyone knew about Weinstein. So I mean, it was like a secret that nobody
Right, it was
kept.
Seth MacFarlane going, I'm going to fucking say something about this shit.
Yeah.
Hey, Lois, you know about Kevin? No, anyway.
Yeah, that was a shit.
No way, I
Peter
do a good
Griffin.
Peter Griffin.
No.
I do a great Peter Griffin. Fuck you.
Are you a homo?
Wow, I hit your microphone with that screw.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'll put this in here.
Anyway. Okay, back to it. Andrew Vols went to a Montauk Project symposium, making me again think that we have to do a show on this.
Montauk?
This is one of the paranormal / conspiracy shows that has everything that we've never fully dedicated to.
I'm with it.
Well, you haven't been, though.
What are you talking about?
I don't know how many times I brought up Montauk, and you're like, what's that? And I brought it up maybe 10 times, and every time you're like, what's that? I'm like,
that's
hey, it's that show Stranger Things is kind of based on.
Yeah.
Hey, it's this fucking crazy thing going on.
Well, that's okay. So here, let me explain myself. When I say what's that, it's because I know you're going to try to get me to watch Stranger Things.
It's not, no, because I was telling you about this well before Stranger Things started.
Yeah, no, the first few times, I'm sure I was like, what's that? But then we even talked about it on our what show was it where we talked about the Montauk Project?
I don't know.
I can't remember. We talked about it a little bit, and ever since then, when you bring it up, I'm like, he's going to try to get me to watch Stranger Things again.
It was good. Why don't you watch it? Every time I tell you to watch something, you wait a year and a half, and then you watch it and you go, hey, did you know so-and-so that I forgot you told me about was pretty kick-ass? And I'm like, yeah, I told you
What do you
about it."
mean?
Well, for instance, Force Awakens. Mr.
No.
Star Wars.
I just hadn't watched it
Bullshit.
yet.
I tried to get you to watch that for a year after it came out
No,
on
you
DVD.
didn't. Not a year. You're crazy.
All right, get off Star Wars. We'll get into that again. Anyway, Montauk Project. We are just in a fighting mood today. Anyway.
Yeah, we are.
So the Montauk Project, again, we've talked about it many times, but it's a alleged government project conducted at Camp Hero on Montauk Island, Long Island. They had all kinds of shit, but they were doing psychological warfare techniques, research for time travel, portals, teleportation, all kinds of shit. It's supposedly is an outgrowth of the Philadelphia experiment, which is another one actually that we have been saying we should do and never do. You know what? Next year, let's make a list starting like right now
New
of all
Year's
these.
resolution.
Let's do these fucking topics we've been meaning to do because we've been looking for topics.
So Montauk,
We've been saying there ain't shit to do. Yeah, here's 2 of them.
Philadelphia experiment.
Can we both write that down? Not throw away the paper? My pen's broke.
I'll get it. Philadelphia. I probably spelled it wrong. No, I didn't. I spelled it right. Experiment.
It's always sunny in the Philadelphia experiment. So,
Wow.
cool. We'll do those. Let's do both of those in January. Fuck it.
All right, I'm with it. No, we need to tell them, though, we're taking, not next week. Next week's the Surreal Talk
Yeah, the
Christmas
show
where
that
we're going to be
for
giving
the
away.
30th, which would release on the 1st, no show that week.
Yeah,
But next week.
Next week, we're going to give away all those shirts and do our Surreal Talk
It's
Christmas.
not like there's all of them. We have 4 shirts at some specific sizes. So,
We have what's left.
yeah. And we have a shipping service guy now that we can have them ship out, so they'll definitely get out. We'll just send them down to the
Oh,
Hangman
yeah. That's great.
and have them ship it out.
Yeah.
In fact, we could probably just have new ones custom made. I should probably get that store up and going.
Yeah. There'd be merch for us if you would.
I don't feel like we deserve it. Any
What,
money.
merch?
Yeah, well, any money from it.
Well, who says we'd get the fucking money?
Fair enough. Anyway, moving on. So Montauk, Philadelphia experiment coming up soon.
Yes, for sure.
We can pretty much thank Andrew Vols for this one, though, because it's kind of the straw that broke the camel's back for me.
That smoked
one-
the camel's back.
That broke, sir.
Yeah, no, we do need to do those because those are 2 very popular topics.
That is true. What else we
It's
got
just
on the
we've been
list today?
Fucking hammered here at work, and I've been sick. Transabled, yeah. So this one kind of got me. I'm okay with being sensitive to people's sexuality. You want to identify whatever you want to identify as, what the fuck ever. Identify as that.
Yeah, Grave Knives in the group posted an article about people who are transabled. I never heard of it before then.
Neither have I. But okay, so the thing is, they're doing this because they're fucking lazy.
No, see, did you read the article?
No, but what's? Tell me, give me the basis then, Everett. Give it here.
The article likens it to people who are transsexual and that they have body dysmorphia, more or less, to where like somebody might think that this leg doesn't belong on them. You know what I mean? I have this feeling that this leg should not be a part of me. That sort of shit. You know what I mean? I should be blind. I don't know why I'm not blind. I need to be blind. This one bitch felt so badly that she needed to be blind, she used drain cleaner in her eyes to go blind. On the one hand,
okay, well, you know what? They have a deficiency, but it's not transabled. It's a mental health problem. Because if you pour drain cleaner in your fucking eyeballs, you're not disabled. You're mentally challenged, impaired. Something's wrong with you.
Yeah, I agree. That's not the way to go about it if you really want that. If you have to, go black market, which a lot of people do. They go to another country where they have doctors who will chop your leg off for money.
Yeah.
Even if it's a perfectly functioning leg or arm or whatever.
They'll do it. There's that one guy that had the phantom leg syndrome or whatever that thought that his leg didn't belong to him, and he got it chopped off. Felt a lot better.
You think how you're so comfortable in saying that's a mental health issue and transgendered is not? I don't think that's mental health.
I don't think I want to talk about this.
You're not comfortable with it?
I was comfortable talking about the transabled because if you're disabled, you're disabled. If you think you're fucking disabled, then you're completely fine.
It's a weird line to draw, though.
Yeah. You know,
the whole thing's weird. I have no way to say what's right, what's wrong, who's crazy.
I can't tell how other people feel about their own bodies or whatever.
Yeah,
but
feel free, in my opinion, to do that all you want. But if you're doing it, bottom line for me, if you're doing it to get that welfare check, fuck you, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. See, that's the thing. Like, if you're doing it just because you want something out of it, like you're trying for.
If you literally have, something in your head tells you your leg is just isn't part of you.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about the trans thing. Oh, go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
No, I'm talking about. If you literally have some sort of mental deficiency or however that works, or you don't think this arm or your eyes or whatever should be with you, that's one thing. If it's tearing you up inside to see.
Okay, but so if you're still 99% sane, that means you're 1% fucking crazy.
I mean, opinions vary. On what insanity is. It's a relative term. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People who. Okay, let's throw it over onto the conspiracy end of the world. People who are way deep into the government's listening to everything they do through their cell phones versus people who don't. I'm not saying they do or don't. What I'm saying is that insanity? To one person, it looks insanity. To the people who believe that, the people who don't believe that the government's listening to them is insane. That's not my point. It's the belief of it and the mental process for you to believe something and think someone's insane just because they believe something different. It's whenever insanity is becoming a difference of beliefs. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about.
I could quote you right here, but I'm not gonna because it ain't good for the show.
Okay. Was it on the show before?
Nope.
Well, if you're quoting me off the show, fuck you.
You believe in God, you're fucking insane.
When did I say that?
You said it a million times.
Okay, the quote was, and I'll say it because, fuck it, it's supposedly my quote. Eric claims that I have said, if you believe in God, you're fucking insane. I don't think I've said that. I think I said I'm jealous of people who believe in God.
Oh, yeah?
I'm pretty sure I have said that many times.
Why?
I really wish I could have a faith like that. They would tell me that, A, there's a higher power that's going to make everything better whenever I'm dead, that I'm not just going to blink out of existence when I die. Unfortunately, I can't believe that. I so wish I could.
It would be a nice safety net.
And just because people believe in God, I don't consider that a weakness or any kind of insanity.
I watched a really cool video that a lot of people...
I don't know where you're bringing this quote from me. I don't remember ever saying that.
I know, I made it up.
You dick.
But a lot of people think that religion is a way to deal with the...
A big fuck you. Look at the second to last comment. So the question was, does Eric have a Dragon Ball tattoo? He's got a...
No, I don't have a Dragon Ball tattoo.
He's got a Dragon Ball on his arm, 2 stars.
It's a double kill. Thank you. Anyways, that religion is a whole made-up construct to deal with the inherent fear that every human has. The fear of death.
Is that
the fear of death? Like, that's the
end game
of religion. No. I don't know. Well, not Buddhism, probably, because I don't think they believe in a God.
You don't know a goddamn thing about Buddhism. You don't even know who the Buddha is. The Buddha was a real man.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Did you? Fucking liar.
No, but I mean,
damn
it's like...
Texan says I have said that before.
What?
Well, I take it back. Apparently, I have said that people who believe in God are fucking crazy.
That's funny. It's crazy because I know him that well, but I did just make that up.
Yeah, see, I don't think I did ever say that. I think I'm being railroaded here.
HDH, tell him about the DK. Jay's right. It's a double kill. It's not a Dragon Ball.
Yeah, anyway.
But yeah. Anyway, so like religion deals with the people that like, you know what I'm saying? Like everyone has a fear of death. You want to think, just like you said, you want to believe that you don't just get blinked out of existence and everything goes black, that you get called up to heaven and that there's a higher power. And
I don't care if it's heaven or any type of particular afterlife. Any afterlife is better than no afterlife, you would think. I can't say that eternal damnation would be better. I don't know, never been to hell. But if an Iron Maiden album is to be believed, though, it could be kind of cool.
From the way everybody describes hell, it's no place I'd like to go.
So anything but hell seems like it'd be better than nothing.
Either way, you can't get into the Freemasons without believing in a higher power.
Really? Well,
yeah, that's true. That's one of the things. Like
I don't have anyone to belong to any club, though.
No, I'm not.
The fact that I'm part of our group, it's kind of against everything I stand for.
I'm just saying, like, you can be a Buddha too. I could be. Buddha just means enlightened. See, fuck off. I am Buddha.
Sure,
I am Buddha.
Bodhisattva, whatever.
Bodhi was a Buddha.
Yep.
You know Bodhi?
Yeah, from Point Break.
Yeah.
Where do you think he got the name?
Is that right?
It was a person. Anyway, Gage McLean was talking about he's going to the Georgia Guidestones, I think, today. We did an episode of them. It was like, what, our 5th or 6th episode we did on the Georgia Guidestones?
Yeah, I believe it was our first one ever streamed on YouTube.
No, really?
Yeah, I think it was our very first ever. No, that was Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve was the first one.
I'm pretty sure Georgia Guidestones was a nick of time.
No.
No, you're sure of that? Well,
I think it's on YouTube, dude.
Well, we can figure this out. Any which way, if you guys haven't listened to the episode before, the Georgia Guidestones are a couple monolithic structures down in, you guessed it, Georgia in the southern United States.
Yeah. Ooh, not just a clever name then, huh?
No, give them the story real quick while I find
Okay, so the Georgia Guidestones are pretty controversial because of what they say on them. There's like well, first off, they're written in like 6 different languages, the main languages around the world. You know, it's like Arabic, but it also has the one Sanskrit. Sanskrit's on there too, but it's English, Arabic, Chinese, Russian, all the different languages that, you know, anybody could come there and see. And it's what it is. It's basically 10 rules for governing the world.
Yeah, like in the case of a rebuilding society type of thing.
Yeah, so well, it also says on there, I believe it's rule number 2, is that maintain humanity's population under 500 million or something, because I guess people believe that, you know, the Earth can function better, and, you know.
That was our second to last Nick of Time episode. We're gonna throw that on the list for redo because I think that one's ripe for a redo. I don't really remember a shit ton about it. I remember it had something to do with the Rosicrucians, R.C. Christensen.
Yeah.
You know, there's a couple keywords that keep popping back into my head from back then. But I'd really like to revisit that.
Georgia Guidestones. I agree. We'll do a redux on that. That was a good episode.
Yeah, it sure was. So thanks again, Gage, for that idea.
Hey, Josh's.
Oh, so okay. Let me get that up here on my computer. We have a Facebook group member named Josh. I'm dropping his last name right now for whatever reason. Hang with me. So boring, I know. Josh Vaughn. So his fiance has been going through some real bad health issues, and he posted a link on our group to her GoFundMe, which, if you don't know what GoFundMe is, it's a
crowdfunding
website.
It's, you know, to get other people to help your cause.
So she's had some bad medical issues for the last 20 years or so. I'm not going to go into all of what they are. It's all listed on the GoFundMe. But long story short, they could use a little bit of help around the holidays here to help get her some
Vaughn, right?
Yep. So you can go to GoFundMe.com/AmberN, just the letter N, Josh, all one word, AMBERNJOSH, to take a look at that. And if you want to help out one of our community members, that'd be great. We'd appreciate it.
For sure, yeah.
So good luck to you guys. Hope it all works out.
Definitely. Now, what about this voicemail system, Everett?
Okay, another idea somebody on the group had, and I thought this was great.
This is a group day. We should have just called this episode Group Day.
And it's kind of all over the place, group edition. I think we've did that before, though.
Is it?
I can't remember. Anyway, so somebody came up with the idea. We always want to do these call-in shows, but not a lot of people can probably get free right around the time that we go live and do these shows. So why not set up a voicemail system where people can online call in, leave a 3 to 10 minute or however long rambling voicemail, I don't care, and then we play it back on the show and discuss it.
I would love that.
I'm going to do that. That's a fucking great idea.
I would love that.
So look for that coming up probably this week, because that shouldn't take more than 10 minutes to get set up, and we'll start doing cool voicemail calls. Simple as that.
How cool would that be, though? We could do like a once a month voicemail show. Just play all the voicemails, talk about them. Yeah.
It's fine with me. That sounds good.
Of course, if you got too racy, we wouldn't be able to play it, but we could sit and laugh at it in the office.
Sure.
Not racy by races, but anything.
No, I mean just some crazy shit.
Yeah, if you get too nuts, we could.
Yeah, if anything, at least we get some entertainment.
Yeah, no shit, right?
Nothing porno.
Now that voicemail system
More
would
than
be
once
cool,
a day,
though,
anyway.
man. You sitting at your house, 3 a.m. and drunk, listening to our podcast. I'm talking to you, Corey Berger.
Or otherwise inebriated.
Talking to you, Corey Berger, and you don't like what we're saying, or you feel like we've said something wrong.
Corey doesn't
you can
need to
leave
be
us
drunk to tell us that.
You're right. You can leave us a voicemail right then and there, and be like, "Look, motherfuckers, this is the deal."
That's better than a message, honestly. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
I love getting those late night, I'm inebriated messages from
Fuck
Corey
yeah.
or anybody we get them from. They're always great.
I would love to get some drunk phone calls from you guys.
Even not drunk, just whenever you got some crazy idea and want to talk about it.
No, that should be the basis for the voicemail. You have to be drinking.
No, I don't think so.
No?
No,
Okay.
I disagree, man. I don't drink. I mean, really.
No, I'm not
every
saying
now
we
and
have to
then.
drink to read them, but they have to drink to leave them. Like, should be like a.
I disagree.
Well, I think it would be funny.
Well, you're an asshole. I think it's okay.
I'm an asshole. It's true.
You wanted to talk about flat earthers again.
Yeah, well, it's just. God damn it. It just keeps coming back.
Why does it bother you so much?
I don't know, man. I don't know why it bothers me.
Is it one of your
just-
triggers?
Yeah, it's
Like every time
triggering
it comes
me.
up, you just go crazy about it. Why does it bother you? I got to figure that 80 to 90% of the people who claim to be flat earthers, who continually post this comment, are trolling just to get a rise out of non-flat earthers.
Let's be serious. That's how all of this started. Like on freaking 4chan, people just trolling. Like, come
I
up
hate
with
trolls, man.
It's got
People think that's so funny. To fool people and then laugh at them.
So here's my thing. Everybody wants to disagree with NASA, whatever. I agree. NASA's a cocksucker sometimes, but science is a bitch sometimes. But they've got pictures of the Earth. Until someone comes out with a photo of a flat Earth, you're not on NASA's level. I can't take your flat Earth society as serious as I can take the globe.
We should do a GoFundMe of our own for a weather balloon.
Nope.
A fucking GoPro.
Nope.
Why not? You don't want to do it yourself?
Nope.
Find out?
Nope.
Why not?
Because then you got to have like a $10,000 spacesuit to make sure you don't die.
I'm not talking about us. A balloon with a GoPro, and we send it up with a GPS on it, let that thing go all the way up filming, to let that balloon pop, and then we go GPS that GoPro for ourselves. We make sure that nobody else had got between us and the footage. Then we'll know.
Somebody will taint the footage on the way. No, but you
Take the
understand-
footage
No.
on the way as it's falling. The aliens will intercept our falling GoPro.
The aliens.
Yeah, that's what it'll be.
The ice wall people.
Right.
No, but until there's some, you gotta have better fucking evidence than this, man. Like, so what? All the stuff they're asking is like, well, how does the water stay on Earth? Why is water flat? Water's not flat. If you pour it on a balloon, it's gonna fall right off of the balloon, And it's just like,
Listen, there's no amount of evidence you could present to them. You could talk about the videos that...
that's exactly what I'm getting at, because it doesn't matter what
It's like Batman
a
versus Iron Man.
Glober, fuck you. What a Glober says to a guy that's a flat Earth guy, you're not changing his mind. You could take that motherfucker in your private spaceship out to the atmosphere, and he's going to tell you you've got CGI windows.
Man, I hope nobody...
But you know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, no, I got
You can't change their mind.
Throw them out the fucking door. Kick them out. There you go. Put them in themselves in orbit.
Oh, Victor, good question, Victor. Whatever happened to the guy who was going to fire himself out of a rocket? You know what happened to him?
Probably blew himself up.
No, they were like, you can't do that. Okay.
This is a bad idea.
He had
We're
20 grand, built a rocket, going to fly itself
20
down.
grand's not enough for a
No,
rocket to get
you're
that
going to
far.
blow up. So they had to come and tell the
That's
guy,
enough for a bomb.
look, bro, we're not letting you do this. And to him and to everyone else, it was the man shutting me down. They don't want me to know the truth. But it's like, no, we don't want you to blow your fucking self up, guy.
It's not our... But is it our place? To keep
If the guy wants to blow himself up, I mean, we should, I guess, fucking let him. I don't know.
If he's doing it in his own private
Have you seen the new
property.
suicide machines?
What it
Oh
was.
man, they made them in Sweden or something, and it's
They're,
like
they're real forward thinking
it's
over there.
okay, like in Prometheus, the med
bay, whatever.
med pods or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So you can just get in, it does surgery on it. So it's like that, and it can only be controlled from the inside. So you can't murder people with it. You have to. It's your own suicide, and you
I
can't.
disagree that you couldn't murder people with it. That's just what they want you to think.
Well, you can't operate it except from the inside.
Oh, like anything computerized can't be fucking, there's a USB port somewhere. I'm telling you, you can do it from the outside.
Okay, maybe you can murder people in it.
Some bitch has Wi-Fi for updates or something. You're getting in there.
Wooter, the S-Plot guy, is an industrial grade troll.
Oh, fucking what's his name?
Delvis. Yeah.
Dude, that guy gets on us. Well,
He's on
more
that.
me. More me.
Yeah, he's on
I take
you
more
a
shit
lot.
than anybody, dude. I hate to say it. I hate to be a whiner about it, but I take some shit.
Yeah, you do. I don't know. They give me quite a bit of shit, too.
Yeah, not that much. You see all the emails. How many times do we get an email that's bitching about you as compared to bitching about me?
Well, we get them bitching about me, though, but a lot more about you.
I can't even think of one, to be honest, bitching about you. Most of them, it's shut that one fucking guy up, that asshole troll who won't shut up and let the other guy talk. Apparently, I don't let you talk.
I didn't know that.
I don't know.
3D printed suicide pod. Yeah, that's what it is, vampire.
So how do they kill you once you're in the suicide pod?
They don't kill you. You kill yourself.
Well, how does it kill you whenever you hit the button?
Okay, so you hit the button, and then like after...
Guns don't kill people. People kill people. Pods don't kill people.
That's why
people
it's a
kill themselves.
suicide. That's why it's a suicide.
Futurama called that one, by the way.
What?
First episode of Futurama. That's how Bender and Fry meet. He meets Bender in line for the suicide booth. You go in, you put a quarter in, and it kills you. Fry didn't know what it was. He just got to the year 3000. He's wandering around, meets this robot in line for what looks like a phone booth. Bender goes in there. He's got the quarter on the string gag, so he drops the quarter in, pulls his quarter back out before he's getting ready to kill himself because he's an asshole.
Right.
But, no, just saying, suicide booth is a thing.
But no, this really is the thing. So like after like a minute and a half, you start getting disorientated.
Is it carbon monoxide you? Or?
I don't remember. Look it up real quick. Just put suicide pod in there.
All right.
I'm promising you, it's like red and white. It's real cool and futuristic looking. It's a nice place to die. Oh, and it's got like a window, so you could like take it out into the woods and literally just see.
Is this it? Looks like
That's it. That's it. That's the one.
So it's called the Sarco capsule.
Yes, the Sarco capsule. Yes.
State-of-the-art suicide machine. Let me look through this here.
But they say up to 5 minutes you're gone. 5 minutes and it's over. And you can abort any time up to while you're still conscious.
So here it goes. When a person lies in the capsule, he can activate it, and liquid nitrogen will rapidly drop the oxygen level, leading to death in a few minutes. So you suffocate yourself.
There it is.
What a way to go.
It's supposed to be peaceful though, because you just pass out.
Huh, I just got a text April asking if the show was over. That's weird. Are we still live?
Are we still live? Yeah, we're still live. I can see it on my screen right here.
Okay.
It's up there. Of course we're still live. What is she doing? Incepting you?
No, I don't know. I guess she's watching the show.
Is this Inception shit?
Anyway. So suicide pod sounds horrible.
Morality,
sound like the way to go.
What do you think?
Morally wise, do I think people should be allowed to kill themselves?
Uh-huh.
So what's the difference between that and somebody wanting to chop their leg off, in your opinion?
Leg's a little less permanent.
So you're saying a minute ago you weren't for it. Those people were crazy.
They are.
So what about the people who want to kill themselves?
Gosh, contradicted myself today.
See, that's the thing,
I do
dude.
think it should be okay for you to kill yourself if you want to.
But you don't think it should be okay to remove a body part if you want to?
No,
Isn't
I
that
mean, guess
fucked
if you
up?
want to fucking remove your leg. You know, okay, I changed my mind. If you want to remove your leg, cut your fucking leg off. There's nothing we can do about it.
So are you still
Cut
on the
your leg
whole
off.
your whole crazy thing? Because
No, you're still crazy. If you want to cut your own leg off, you're still crazy.
just a different type of
it's
crazy.
It's just I can't do anything about it. It's like flat Earth crazy at this point. I mean, just be flat earther. Yeah, cut your leg off. I got shit to
but
do.
suicide is less crazy to you.
Yeah, because depression's a super real issue, man, and a lot of people commit to suicide
So-
over depression and anxiety and shit, and that
So you
shit
think
can
people
really
who are
take its
depressed,
toll.
you're like, that's
I'm
fine.
not
You're
sa-
depressed. Go ahead and kill yourself. That's what you just said.
God damn it.
I'm not putting words in your mouth.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that Jack Kevorkian was right.
What was Jack Kevorkian right about? He made a living going around and helping people. I don't know that he was actually paid for it, to be honest.
Oh, I'm sure he was. He's a
He
doctor.
facilitated people's suicides is
Yeah.
what he did.
I don't know. What do you don't think that you should be able to kill yourself if you want to?
Hey, I'm a big fan of freedom. Do what you want.
Right. Here's the thing. If suicide's illegal, how are you going to prosecute the person that does it?
We prosecute failed suicides.
Do they prosecute failed suicide?
I don't know. What if you hurt somebody in your suicide attempt? Like, so have you seen the video of the lady who was like in like a Yukon or whatever? Okay, so imagine you're on the highway and there's an off ramp coming up to your right. You're going off of it, and the corner of that off ramp is like a triangular looking thing, like a cone. Imagine you park there, pointing into traffic that's coming there.
Yeah.
This lady did that and waited for a diesel, like a big semi truck, to be coming, and she pulled right out in front of it. Bam. She did not die. But shouldn't she be prosecuted?
Yeah. Yes. She should totally be prosecuted for that. She was trying to kill herself?
So what if? Let me change the story up. What if she was at a fucking park, 50 miles away from anybody, or a forest, and she decides to hit a tree at 100 mile an hour, smokes herself, kills the tree, whatever?
No.
She shouldn't be in trouble for that.
She should pay a fine for property damage, maybe.
Somebody's got to clean that up. Somebody's got to clean up her
so there's
body.
a fine. Yeah,
Who
ambulance
pays
fee.
that? Her estate or her insurance company?
Is she dead?
Yeah, she's dead. She died. Hit a tree at 100 mile an hour. Tree didn't really budge.
Nah, nobody has to pay for that. Government has to pick that up.
Why does the government got to pick that up? Why do me
them.
and you have to? Fuck them. That's us. We are
Right.
the government.
So
We pay those
What's
taxes.
the solution then?
I'm not saying a solution. I'm just asking you to, all these moral questions you're asking. I'm just
Somebody
presenting
gotta
you with
pick it up.
scenarios to confuse you.
Somebody's got to pick it up.
Somebody has to pick it up. Somebody's got to foot the bill for that cleanup. Is my question to you.
Look, if
the
you
end of
don't
the day,
let
it's
them
their
kill
insurance
themselves, if you don't let them kill themselves in a pod, they're going to do it in a gruesome or
Slit their wrist in the bathtub, hang themselves.
yeah. This seems like a pretty decent out. You know what I mean?
Well,
they
you're
can
gonna
put
do
this
that-
pod in the forest, and you can literally just stare at trees or on the beach of an ocean.
Let me put it like this: if they allow you to use that pod, there should be certain requirements that you've got your shit in order before you do it. You can't just be like, "It's Friday night. I owe $10,000 in credit. I cheated on my wife.
You should have to make an appointment for 2 months in advance.
You should have to make sure, yeah. Like
Sanity by
you've
you
moved
have to
all
be
your shit out of
declared
your
sane
apartment,
or
so
no.
your landlord or whoever doesn't have to fucking deal with that. You know what I mean? Don't leave around a bunch of mess.
Move your shit out of your house. No shit.
You know what I mean? Don't be completely selfish and you're selfish wanting to kill yourself.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That assisted suicide's a real touchy subject. Or like self-suicide. You know what I mean? What do you think? Do you think that people should be allowed to do it?
Yeah, totally. Like
Yeah,
I said,
I
I'm all
agree.
for freedom. Do I think suicide pods should be a thing? Yeah, I don't know. People gonna make money off anything, so
Look,
I guess so.
I don't know how many local people that we have listening, but you heard about the shit that happened at the refinery about a year ago, right?
What happened?
Guy's wife left him. Bad.
Oh shit, yeah. I'll
Bad
tell
as-
this story. Since I don't know any names and I just heard the story, it's more or
Okay.
less urban legend at this point.
There you go.
Apparently, a year or so ago, this guy at the refinery, like Eric said, his wife left him and he had nothing left to live for. So he gets in his pickup truck. Well, before that, he takes a steel cable, anchors it to some big ass thing, wraps
Telephone pole,
wraps that steel cable around his neck, and takes off in his truck.
Runs it through the sliding back glass of the truck window because it's a single cab truck. Wraps it around his head, runs it through the sliding back glass while it's attached to a telephone pole, puts that bitch in
That's a
drive,
shitty way to do it, dude.
and mashes the fuel.
Because think about all the people that now have to deal with that. How his company has to deal with it.
Decapitation.
Yeah, that's a lot to clean
Complete
up. Who knows
decapitation.
what happened with the truck?
It worked.
Oh yeah. Well, what happened with the truck? Did the truck hit anybody? Did it hit at a refinery? Did it cause a big ecological
at first they
disaster?
thought it didn't cause a big ecological disaster, but at first they thought it was like foul circumstances, so they locked everything down, like no in or outs. We had guys that were stuck
See,
there.
I don't think that's bullshit. Anybody who does something like that is an asshole. If you want to kill yourself, fine. Do it in a private setting where you don't got to
in a pod.
Maybe in a pod. Where somebody has to come along and see your decapitated head. That's not cool.
No.
Say I worked at the refinery and I was standing up fucking, wire brushing a rail or something because I'm just grunt labor there because I have no real skills at a refinery. And I look down and see, whoop, poop, dude's head just popped off. Now I had to see.
Is that a fucking head?
That's a fucking head. Now I got to
Oh
deal
my
with that.
god, you can never get that out of your head. Like the mental picture of some
Right.
dude's head somebody getting his head pulled off. Like
Again, kill yourself, fine. Don't bring anybody else into your shit. Yeah.
I just gotta think there was probably. I mean, that was efficient as fuck. Don't get me wrong. Like that worked, but there's got to be a better way. There just has to be a better way. Like a pod.
Like a pod. Okay. Fine. Pods are good. Moving on from suicide. That real fun, upbeat topic. Where do you want to go? You want to talk about the sex scandal? We wanted to touch on that a little.
Yeah, I do.
So the Hollywood / politics, sex scandal.
Everybody's a fucking rapist now. People that I used to really like are fucking just
Not necessarily rapists,
but they're
they're
abusing-
crossing the line.
Yeah.
Way crossing the line in some cases.
You know who I feel like's not getting enough flack for this?
I don't know.
Trump.
Yeah, see, that's weird. He had the whole grab her by the pussy thing.
He's got like 16 bitches that come up saying that.
Bitches, he says.
No, but
16 bitches.
16 women that come out and said like,
There you
"Hey, dude, this guy sexually assaulted me. Whatever, grab me by the pussy." All this stuff, and it's like nothing's really coming of it. I mean, but you get one person that says, Kevin Spacey came on to me. Kevin Spacey's done. They canceled his Netflix show. It's game over for that guy.
I don't think that's what they were alleging, that he came on him.
Came on to me.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Eeh.
My bad.
Bad humor
Yeah,
there.
dude. The guy he accused. Did you ever see, or the accused Kevin Spacey that started that whole thing with him? You know who it was? Did you ever see Road Trip?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you remember the guy that ended up running a call with that redheaded dude, Jacob or whatever, who was the asshole, the RA, who was trying to get with Beth the blonde? Oh, God damn it. Hold on.
I remember Beth the blonde, and I remember Tom Green, and I remember the short weird kid, and
I'll
I
show you
remember
his picture. You know what I'm
Stifler.
talking about. This guy here. Hold on. Bigger picture.
Oh yeah. He's a dirty little motherfucker in movies.
Yeah, generally he's pretty good though in the new
He's a
Star
good
Trek.
actor.
He's good in the new Star Trek.
He's a good actor. I'm just saying he always plays like a
But that's
little fucker.
the guy who did that. Who apparently he was 14 years old when Kevin Spacey fired on him. 14.
Wow. 14?
Yeah.
You can't do that.
So that what started this whole thing, though, was Ashley Judd coming out saying that Harvey Weinstein was basically time after time after time pushing her to come in my hotel room, take a shower with me, watch me take a shower, have sex with me. And eventually, it goes far. Just recently, Peter Jackson, I think yesterday or the day before, comes out and says that the Weinsteins had blackballed not only Ashley Judd, but specifically Mira Sorvino from their company. So Peter Jackson's story was just that whenever he was working on the Lord of the Rings movies, the trilogy, as everyone says, the trilogy. I don't want to get into that argument about which one.
There's only one trilogy. There's only one return. It's not of the king. It's of the Jedi.
Yeah. Any which way. So they're working on that before he goes to New Line and eventually does it through New Line. Harvey Weinstein tells him, these two women specifically are very hard to work with, not a pleasure at all. You shouldn't cast them. So he takes that advice from the Weinsteins and removes them from their casting list. So it didn't, it could have hurt a little. Ashley Judd's career. She had a pretty good career already at that point. She's had a good career since then. It sucks that she had to go through that, but the one who probably really got hurt was that Mia Sorvino, who was just in that American Beauty with Kevin Spacey, coincidentally, which was an Oscar-winning
movie. He was oogling
movie.
over a 14-year-old girl as well.
Right,
Funny
she was
enough.
in American Pie. She was in all kinds of decent movies where she was a decent actress. At that point, though, to have a role like in the Lord of the Rings trilogy just taken away from you just because you refused to have sex with a producer or movie maker,
that's fucked. And
that could have really fucked her career.
So Courtney Love came out a long time ago on a red carpet interview and said, if you had this one,
she said
lady asked her, she was like, if you had one
piece of advice,
bit of advice to give to young aspiring actresses coming out to Hollywood and trying to make their way, what would it be? Never go to a party at Harvey Weinstein's house.
Yeah.
And this was in like fucking 98, 99.
I don't know if it was that far back, but it was a while back. Yeah.
She's saying shit like this, like, oh, damn. Apparently it was everyone knew. He even had clauses in his contracts that were like, your first issue of sexual harassment is like 300,000. Your second's a fucking $500,000. Your third's $1 million. And it was like every individual time after that's $1 million. So like people knew like they're gonna work with you, but they know you're about to sexually harass people. So you have to pay your own sexual harassment things. This is in your contract that we're not paying your suits.
Yeah, it's just fucked up.
That's fucked, dude.
Do you know who Mario Batali is? Mario Batali. He's a celebrity chef.
No, I do not.
Yeah, he's this redheaded celebrity chef, dude. He had 4 women come, 3 of them who worked under him, come and say that he harassed them, groped their breast, held them tightly against his body. Pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Big one, Matt Lauer. You know Matt Lauer much? You ever watch Today Show or NBC News?
I've heard of him, but I don't know. I don't watch that mainstream.
So here's who Matt Lauer is if you don't recognize what he looks like.
Okay, yeah,
you got no fucking eyeballs.
I don't really know.
I'm more than 3 feet away from you. You can't see what I'm holding. So he's been the Today Show host for goddamn long time, 15 years at least. So it turns out that he has. Well, here's some of the shit going on. In his office, he has a button that he can remotely shut and lock his door from his desk. So if he has somebody in his office, he can go beep. He apparently has had sex with many, many women, interns, underlings in his office.
What a fucker.
Yeah.
My cam is lagging, huh?
Your cam's lagging? That's a bummer.
Oh, yeah. It's all right, though. It's no big deal.
So Lauer's a big deal. He's had all kinds of colleagues, come out and say that he, like, for instance, he has a giant bag of, like, sex toys in his office. I think it was Meredith Vieira who said something about that.
Really? And they like, went in his office and found him, too?
I don't know that for a fact, but nobody's going to really know about the truth about that one. You know who Danny Masterson is? He played Hyde on that 70s show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's apparently raped 4 women. Yeah.
Hyde the wow. When did that come out?
Let's see.
I missed that one.
They're investigating claims. LAPD is. That's all I've really got on it.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's horrible,
bummer,
dude.
man.
Apparently, the thought is Scientology themselves have been holding that one back.
Is he a Scientologist?
He's a Scientologist.
Ah.
Him, his sister, Alana Masterson. She's in Walking Dead. She's a Scientologist.
Olivia
too.
Newton Masterson?
No, Hot Donna, from what, the 70s show.
Yeah.
Also a Scientologist.
Really? Wait, who's the Mary Stuart Masterson? She related?
What does she have to do with anything?
She related to that guy?
I don't think so. Let me find out. Mary Stewart.
Eric's keyboard is quite rainbowy.
That's true.
You should have seen it before I changed the colors on it.
Children, spouse. No, I see nothing about Danny Masterson. She was from Benny and June, right? Or Ben and June?
Yeah.
Who else we got on this list?
Blue, yellow, and
Fucking
purple.
assholes.
It used to be red.
Charlie
green, and yellow.
Rose, longtime TV
Charlie
shows.
Rose?
Yeah.
I don't know him.
He's a longtime TV host. He had 8 women come forth and say that he assaulted them. Russell Simmons, producer, TV guy,
yeah, I know who he is.
Brett Ratner, who had a lot to do with like X-Men, Prison Break, the movie 21, has had all kinds of women come out against him, including Olivia Munn. She's been in a bunch of new sci-fi movies. She was in one of the X-Men movies. She played Psylocke. I think Apocalypse.
Yeah, it would have been, if she was Psylocke, it would have been Apocalypse. That's Olivia Munn.
Yeah. Natasha Henstridge.
She raped dudes?
No, god damn it. He fired on her. It
was okay.
You know who Ellen Page is? She played
yeah. No,
she was in X-Men also. Apparently
she's Juno.
Right. In 2005 he outed her for being a lesbian over her getting rid of his advances. That's a full 10 years before she actually came out. He was, telling
what
people.
A dick.
Yeah, pretty much. The one that hurt me the most was Louis C.K. though. Favorite comedian probably of all time.
It did touch my heart.
Is it surprising, though, that a guy who made constant jokes about beating off in front of people got caught?
Beating off in front of people?
Yeah.
Not really.
I got a feeling, though, we haven't seen the last of him.
No?
Yeah, and Joe Rogan agrees. I actually was thinking about that the other day and came across the YouTube headline and watched the video. Joe Rogan says Louis C.K. will be back in 18 months.
18 months, he did say that. Yeah, oh yeah.
So, I don't know.
I watched Joe Rogan, man.
I don't know the circumstances around some of these. Is jerking off in front of somebody the same as trying to rape them? I don't know. It's not right. From what I understand, he used his position as a upper-level comedian to get these women to not run away immediately when he pulls his dick out and starts whacking it. You can't do that. But it's the same thing as, like, maybe they think they'll be blackballed. You know what I mean? This is a guy who's at the high level of the club scene, you know what I mean, and it's backstage at the club. What are you going to do if you're a female who's trying to make it as a comedian and you got Louis C.K. there?
I can't.
You want to risk it?
No,
I mean, some of them probably would be like, "Yo, fuck you, I'm out of here." But some of them might not be, and those are the ones they get preyed upon. Is the problem?
Fair. I can't assume to know what a woman would go through in that sort of situation. But me as a guy, if a chick was like,
"What if a dude did that to you?"
I'd tell him go fuck himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'd probably get a fight. Okay. I mean, did you pull your dick out and start jerking off in front of me? Like, I done told you that I'm not into this. Put it away, put the monster away.
So what if a woman does that to
you? No, I don't want any of that.
You gonna fight her?
I mean, I might not fight her.
So why don't you just remove yourself from the situation there, Billy Badass, instead of trying to like commit a hate crime?
Would that be a hate crime?
I would think so.
No. You're being sexually assaulted.
But you won't do it against a woman. It's just your uncomfortableness with the situation now makes you want to go into like violence mode.
Yeah. But I couldn't hit a woman.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That's what makes it a hate crime. This is an admitted thing. Right now, we're getting evidence against Eric for a future sex and hate crime. So
I don't understand what you mean. How is it a hate crime?
Because you're beating somebody up because they're gay towards you.
No.
That's exactly what you just said, sir. Hate crimer. Hate
crimer. Not because they're gay.
You throw the Israel thing in there and now you're anti-gay?
Oh, you brought up the Israel thing?
That's what I did.
I didn't think we were talking about that anymore.
All right, well, I'm sorry there, Adolf.
No, not because
that was out of line. I'm
not
sorry.
Because they're sexually assaulting you at that point, man. Like, put your dick away. Put the bean up. Put it up. I'm not here for that. Or to talk about my comedy career. Put the bean away.
No, I agree with you. It's not cool. None of it's cool.
No, but
is there different levels of it? Is it gone too far? That's a lot of things I hear people saying. This sex thing is out of control. What's next? They're taking away all of our good people.
I don't know though,
but they're not really our good people though.
I'll tell you one thing though. For $40 million or whatever, like maybe one of these big movie deals could bring you how much? What do you think a big movie deal could bring you?
Depends on who you are.
If you fucked Weinstein and you got a real primo
say you made
part,
$500,000. That's just for that movie.
I don't know that $500,000's enough.
Hold on, but that's for that first movie. You know, you screwed him. Now you got your part. It's your first little movie. That allows you to get the next movie for $2 million.
Then you gotta fuck him again, though.
Well, maybe. And then after that, maybe the next movie for $4 million. It's the start of it. You know what I mean? You can't take that chance that early in your career, thinking like a young actress, to turn down Mr. Hollywood Weinstein for whatever his advance and the chance that it might stop my career right here.
Man, that fucking sucks.
It's horrible.
That's why he's a sleazebag motherfucker. You know what I mean?
It's another reason we as guys, I guess, can't really, understand it. We can try to empathize.
That's what I said. I can't pretend to know what a woman would be like in that situation because I would react different. But at the same time, like 9 out of 10 guys, if a chick that was an executive was like, "Hey, if you dibble my dude,"
it's the same story with the teachers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same exact thing, and it's the whole men can't be raped thing. You know what I mean? Can't rape the willing. Well, not every man would be willing. I'd be willing. All right, anyway, moving along from the sex scandal, there's fucking everybody's in there. You got Larry King. You got...
Larry King?
Yep.
Not Larry King.
Morgan Spurlock, Mr. Supersize Me. Yeah, even him. I don't know why he...
Well, that's a bummer. That's just
Geraldo.
unfortunate. Geraldo?
Yeah.
Geraldo's been
The
sexually...
Geraldo.
No way.
Yeah. Al Franken.
Montel?
No Montel. Richard fucking Dreyfuss is involved with this now?
Oh, man, this is
No,
not
Richard
good.
Dreyfuss.
Everybody's a harasser, an abuser.
Sylvester Stallone.
Predator. No, not Sly. Sly's a predator? Rocky?
Travolta.
Travolta, I could see that.
Yeah.
He's Scientologist, too.
Well, there's been claims forever that Travolta's actually homosexual, and that's a 21-year-old masseuse says that Travolta groped him. Tom Sizemore, doesn't surprise me. I hear that guy's a drug addict.
Who's that?
Here, I'll show you his picture. He's been in all kinds of shit.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard he's into drugs. Charlie Sheen, again, that's not a huge surprise. Fucking Tiger Blood. George Takei, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is not a huge surprise to me. After having been a huge fan of the Howard Stern Show and him making 100 appearances on the Howard Stern Show,
Right.
thinking I get to know who this guy is, it does not, again, surprise me. In fact, I'd seen him grope people on the Howard Stern Show out of nowhere. Like, he grabbed Richard Christie's dong one time.
Really?
Yeah, it was... Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge George Takei fan. I mean, he's a funny guy. Oh, my. I mean,
You got to separate your...
yeah, calm down there, buddy.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Tambor, who was the dad on... what was it? Fucking... With Michael Cera, the Arrested Development. Never watched Arrested Development? This is pretty good. Steven Seagal, Jeremy Piven.
I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, that
Jeremy
should have been the
Piven.
first one.
Yep.
It shows that doesn't come out yearly.
Okay. I get Jeremy Piven, yeah. Just because there's some
Dustin
of them.
fucking Hoffman.
Ah,
Yeah, there's a treasure.
not
Gone.
Captain Hook.
Most of these guys' careers are just dead and done. Ben Affleck was in part of it. Casey Affleck. Hey,
Really?
don't you even tie in Batfleck with Ben Affleck, okay? Batman has nothing to do with it.
Wait a minute. Read the Ben Affleck one.
All right, let's say here.
What happened with Ben Affleck?
I'm looking on Holmes. So Ben Affleck was accused of groping MTV host Hillary Burton.
Oh,
during-
yeah, I seen that.
Yeah. She
Yeah,
was-
you know who that is? That's the chick from One Tree Hill.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, he did. He grabbed her boob right on.
Yeah,
Right
I
on,
actually remember seeing that.
TRL.
I thought she was underage, but this says she was 21 at the time.
Was she? Are you sure?
Yeah,
I
he was
think
31. She was 21.
I thought she was underage as well, but either way, no, she was.
He did fess up to it, but it doesn't seem to have hurt his career at all.
Well, that's because he's fucking Ben Affleck.
But that shows you the whole difference of one boob grope versus God knows what. You know what I mean?
To
I
be
guess-
honest, Ben
I guess
Affleck's probably not a sexual predator. He probably just fucking momentary lapse of reason did that. Just
If
to
more
be
than
funny.
one woman would have come out, though.
Yeah,
I hear his
exactly,
brother,
exactly.
though, has accusations of rape, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh, bummer, Casey Affleck.
Yep. Andy
No
Dick.
wonder you're not fucking Batman. Andy Dick. Yeah, okay. I get
Ryan fucking Seacrest. Wow.
Ryan Seacrest?
David Blaine. No. I liked him.
Magician David Blaine?
Yeah.
Oh, man. The
But-
list just goes
So
on.
you get Robert Nepper. He played a rapist in Prison Break, so.
Go figure.
Says he assaulted a woman in a film in 1992. He played a really good creepo, but he was a good actor. But you're out now.
Travolta tried to get Kevin Nash to do stuff. The Texan says Kevin Nash talked about it on a shoot interview.
Probably on The Punisher, the original Punisher. They were both in that together.
Who's Kevin Nash? Oh, he was the big
Swedish dude with the
yeah,
blonde hair.
no, the Russian.
Was he Russian?
He was the Russian. Yeah, the Russian.
Either which way.
Had a red and white striped shirt on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, bummer, dude.
I lost my list. Shit. Okay, here it is. Harvey Weinstein, obviously. Bob Weinstein. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. H.W. Bush. Wow, I haven't heard about that one. Twiggy Ramirez from Marilyn Manson's band.
That guy's weird.
See, some of these people like not Casey, Twiggy, you figure they hang out in these places where that kind of shit goes down.
Right, like how you gonna get accused of sexual assault at a
Guy who wears like goth clothing all day long and I don't know nothing
assless
about
chaps?
It. Yeah, who would probably hang out in a sex den most of the time. Again, this is all conjecture based on public image, but I don't know. Either which way, keep it in your pants. Be nice. Maybe take somebody on a date before you whip it out.
Buy him dinner. Maybe make sure it's okay. Maybe
I'm not
ask
saying
first,
though. I'm not.
Do you mind if I whip it out?
Excuse me, like fucking.
Hey, mate.
What was
Hey,
that?
mate. Mind if I put my dick out, eh?
That Mel Brooks movie, Blazing Saddles. Excuse me while I whip this out. You never seen that movie? No.
Hey, mate. I'm gonna pull my
Uncultured
dick
swine.
out. You mind? Hey,
Uncultured swine.
you cunt.
couple other quick things. Net neutrality's kind of been a big deal lately. So a lot of people
Yes.
don't know exactly what net neutrality is.
Yes, net
So
neutrality.
in 2015, Congress passes an official bill making net neutrality a thing.
Yes.
And what that states, simply in dumbing it down, is that ISPs must treat all packets of data the same for the internet. So data going in and out of your computer is in little bundles of information called packets.
Packet
And
loss.
whether they're streaming video, whether they're a website, whether you're pulling down music, whether it's for an IM or a text message, they have to be treated the same. They cannot be prioritized differently. You cannot be charged differently for those.
Yep.
So what the FCC yesterday just did, or the day before, whenever that
5
was,
unelected officials. I might add.
unelected, appointed people have come and now said that it is not the government's place to regulate what ISPs can and cannot do with their services. On the one hand, as a capitalist swine, a pig who loves money, I have to agree and say, fuck the government, you stay out of business. On the other hand, as an internet consumer, somebody who loves the internet, who doesn't want to get charged extra because my cable company provides me access to the internet and I want to use Netflix instead, I don't want to be charged more. That's the kind of shit I want to avoid. I don't want the cable company to say, I'm going to charge you more so you can do more than 720p streaming from Netflix. Say I've got a 4K TV and they don't want to allow me 4K content outside their cable box unless I pay an extra fee. That's something they could do.
They could totally do that. It could be a thing. But do you think they will? Do you think they'll bundle like streaming services together and shit like that?
Well, the first argument would be, why would they do that? Their customers would completely and immediately dump them if they started to charge them more for services like faster streaming for Netflix, just because of that. But then you got to think that 80% of the country lives in an area where there's only one reasonable broadband provider. Where we come from, we have two choices, basically. We have Spectrum, and we have shitty local DSL. If you're lucky, you might be able to get UVerse. But for the most part, the only realistic option in our area is Spectrum.
Charter.
Which, without deals, is roughly $70 a month. That's what you're going to get.
And that's good high-speed internet.
It's generally 100 megabit down. That's plenty for fucking 10 different devices to be doing decent streaming. But what if it gets to the point now where that 100 megabit, sure, you have 100 megabit. Only, though, if you add up your services in the right direction. To get to 100 megabit worth of streaming, you might have had to have 40 streams going because they cap your stream now at, say, a 2 megabit per second stream, which gives you 720p access.
Right.
It's bullshit. But again, I don't want to tell a company how to charge for their services. But if they've got a monopoly, somebody's got to regulate it.
Oh, I forgot all about talking about that one thing. I'll have to talk about that in a minute, too. But, yeah, my buddy Kyle posted something on Facebook, and it was a copy and paste of somebody else.
Some of the best things are copy and pastes.
And it made a lot of sense.
Some of the worst
to me.
things are copy and pastes. I don't care.
It made a lot of sense to me. I'm almost there. Give me 1 second. Let me find it here right quick.
Yeah.
Continue to talk, Everett.
I'm not going to do it. Let me ask you this. This will hit home. What if the cable company decides to start throttling your Xbox Live or your Steam access? Your video gaming now, you have to pay an extra fee to have full speed.
We'll burn that motherfucker to the ground.
That's where you draw the line?
To the ground.
Streaming is one thing.
To the ground.
Here's what I'm going to say. If it starts to get like that, there's a way around this. Unless the ISPs, again, get smart enough again. So most of you have probably heard of a VPN, which VPN is short for Virtual Private Network. Long story short, what that does is it gives you an encrypted, quote-unquote, tunnel over the internet to another network. So say you're at home on your computer and you want to access your work network to get on your work programs. A normal VPN, you would just go right in, you have access to your work network.
Yes.
No problem. Now your computer acts like it's virtually on that same network. But you can also get virtual private networks to connect you to a network that tunnel your internet access through your remote connection. Mm-hmm. So you have an encrypted connection to a completely separate network through one set port. And that's an important thing because different services on the internet come down through different ports. Some services like standard websites come down through port 80 or 443, which is HTTP and HTTPS.
Right.
FTP is like port 23. Any which way, different types of services on the internet have different ports. IP addresses are like 192.168.1.5 colon. A lot of people don't know there's a colon after that, then a port number. So if you're trying to get to a web server.
That's the last three numbers, right?
Nope. That's just the last octet. That's still your IP address. After your last three numbers, you have a colon and then a port number. So say you're running a web server on your computer and you wanted to get to it. You type in your browser that IP address of that computer, colon the port number it's running on. If it's running on the default port 80, you don't have to put in a port number. But if you've got it running on a non-standard port, that's how you get to it. So a VPN runs all of its traffic through port 22, which is the SSH port. It's just a tunneling protocol that most of the time you use to connect through to servers and do like a DOS prompt. They call it a command line access.
Yeah.
So you can also route your traffic through that. So route all your traffic through a paid VPN service in another country. So all your ISPCs is encrypted traffic through a port that is generally a management port or a tunneling port that at that point they cannot tell where your traffic's going. They can't tell if that traffic's going to Netflix or if it's going to play games. All they know is you have one stream of traffic going to a computer in another country, and that's all that they get to see.
Your internet service provider, that's all they get to see.
That's all they see. They can't break the 128-bit encryption, 256-bit encryption on the fly. Maybe they can. CIA probably can. I don't know. But at that point, they have no way to tell what your traffic's doing. That's your way around it. Right now, VPNs are mostly popular with your pirating crowds. So you pay $60 a year, you hide your IP address, you still get to download all the crap you want to download as your pirate, which, I'm not saying I agree or disagree with pirating. But that's what it's generally used for now. But I can see it in the future, VPNs becoming a really important service for people who don't want to have their ISP telling them what they can and cannot do or looking at what they're doing. Because if ISPs don't get regulated, they can even look at your traffic. You know what I mean? Privacy is a thing of the past.
Yeah, so my buddy Kyle posted this, and it says, the death of net neutrality will not affect you overnight like most places are reporting. You won't pay $10 for Facebook and $5 for streaming sites,
More than likely not.
or things like that. You won't have access to certain sites blocked. Rather, it will happen slowly and secretly over the next few years, which is arguably worse. You'll notice Netflix and Twitch will start buffering more and more while your ISP sends you a mailer to buy their cable and movie package. Your VoIP will drop calls while your ISP promotes a competitor at a special price. Independent online games will struggle to have reliable pings while AAA games seem to have no problem.
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah. We all know this will happen because, how do we know this will happen? Because ISPs have already tried this in the past when the legality was unclear. Now that it's fully legal, what will stop them? In the meantime, you forget, when they don't charge $3 access for Netflix, you'll think to yourself that the whole net neutrality cause was overblown. You won't notice the gradual decline of your internet service provider, and you'll forget what you once expected of them. The internet service providers will win unless we continue to fight, but I find it much harder to believe that we can maintain this anger for so much longer. ISPs have done this before, and repealing net neutrality only enables them more. I thought that was a very good article. We won't see it over time. Or a nice little conversation there.
Yeah, I honestly don't think, though, that's going to stick around. I think net neutrality will stick around. I think this grassroots campaign, I think the amount of outcry publicly over the shittiness of what it is, the FCC will end up seeing it and probably fix it.
Yeah, that guy's an asshole, the main dude there.
Yeah, Ajit or whatever his name is. He's been taking some major shit on places like Reddit lately.
Oh, have you seen the memes? The memes about that guy. I want
to switch your camera real quick. Hold on. What's our next topic, too?
I only had one more thing that I wanted to talk about was... So I've joined a group, and the group is called Fed Up with Eric Hicks.
That's what you wanted to talk about as your last thing today?
But it's not me. It's an actual guy that's running for sheriff of Randolph County, North Carolina. And his name's Eric Hicks also. But apparently, this guy's like a sleazeball. So he takes Snapchats, and I guess people that are on his Snapchat end up uploading these to this group, Fed Up with Eric Hicks. He's a lot like Trump, to be completely honest with you. He's a womanizer, like you see through these He just talks real bad about women. Like there was a 17-year-old girl at a drive-through because she later came through and was like, is that me at work that this cop is talking about? So he's a cop. He's running for sheriff.
Sure.
And just says some vulgar shit through a Snapchat about her at a drive-through, sends it to his buddies and shit. Now this guy.
I hate to ask, but what do you mean by vulgar? Like this is some hot young girl or something along that lines?
Yeah,
like some sexual shit. Okay.
Yeah, just like some Weinstein shit, really. And anyway, so he does a lot of other shit. So like he always talks about how there's people that are criminals, and it's the criminal element, and he's one of those big. Get the criminals out, and the good people will prosper. And he always talks about the criminal element, and always calls people criminals. If you've had a DUI or whatever, you're a criminal in this guy's eyes.
Sure.
I've been on this
He's one of those hard-ass motherfuckers.
I've followed this for about a year. This entire situation.
Keeping up with your well, not doppelganger, but
Yeah, I've been keeping up with this guy. I actually liked it. I joined the group. The people love me there because my name's the same, and I'm not an asshole like this guy.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
you're an asshole, but not like that guy.
Fair. So apparently some shit's come out about some collusion with one of his opponents in the race. So what he did was he switched his party affiliation mid-election to draw votes away from another person to help another guy win in exchange for a job after the election, because he knows he wasn't going to win the election. So he switched his party affiliation mid-election in order to draw votes away from this guy at the promise of a job with this dude's administration after the fact.
That's fucking...
Yeah, and that's how...
That's business, that's politics.
That's politics, yes, for sure. There was another thing that... Oh, so he's got business partners, and he always talks about all these criminals and stuff. He's got business partners that are convicted cocaine traffickers. This guy's running for sheriff, and he owns a supplement store with 2 convicted cocaine traffickers that spent like 5 and 7 years, respectively, in prison for
Are
this.
they not rehabilitated? They did their time, sir. They did their time.
I'm not saying I have an issue with the
I'm
people.
just fucking with you.
I don't have an issue. I think the
Once
drug
a
war's
cocaine
bullshit.
trafficker, always a cocaine trafficker? Is that what you're saying? You don't believe in our prison system?
You mean the for-profit prison system there that we have?
Yeah, that's a bullshit one, too. We ought to do a show on the... Put that down. For-profit prisons.
Yep.
That's some bullshit.
For-profit prisons is bullshit.
Not for rehabilitation.
For-profit
arguably.
prisons. Yeah, okay, so that's on the list. Anyway, so the guy, he's just kind of a real sleazeball, and a lot of people, like the election's next year, and I always jump in and comment from time to time when I see the stuff about this on my Facebook feed, and they really outed him this week with all the court documents of his business partners and shit like this, and so like they even have shirts made. Blocked Lives Matter, because apparently he will block you for just asking questions to him and shit like this. He's a real shifty guy. I don't think he's very smart or nothing. Kind of relate to him, really. Anyways,
runs in the in the family, I guess.
But yeah, so I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. If you live in North Carolina and Randolph County, maybe get out and vote for someone other than me.
I wonder if we have any listeners in Randolph County.
I don't know.
If you live in Randolph County and know anything about this, send us an email at info@Surreal Talk Podcast with some sort of proof about that.
Oh, I can prove it to you now.
Shirt.
It's not false. It's true.
I'll send you I Hate Eric Hicks Surreal Talk shirt. I will have it specially made for you.
And I Hate Eric Hicks Surreal Talk shirt.
Yep, I totally will have
it could just be a Team Everett, right? Instead of hate of me?
Probably both. I mean, they are mutually exclusive. Team
Fair.
Everett means I hate Eric Hicks.
Okay, I'm fair. I can believe that.
I had 2 other things on my list
What you got?
today. One, David Lawrencette posted a story about a guy named Oleg Zoke. He was this dude born with 6 fingers and extra ligaments in his left arm. Long story short, this guy is the next step in human evolution, in my opinion.
He's Big Arm Morty.
He is Big Arm Morty. His left arm is almost twice the size of his right arm, and he has decided to use that to his advantage and has become a professional arm wrestler.
And he murders. Slays dudes way
This
bigger
dude's
than
like
him.
5'8". You know, he's in the 70-kilogram class, and I got to figure 30 of it's that arm.
Yeah.
Dude is just massive. I thought that was kind of cool. We talked a couple times recently about... Oh, your laptop died?
Yeah,
Bummer.
she done.
We've talked about transhumanism and next steps in human evolution. That guy, check it out. Google it up. It's OLEGZKOKH. And watch a couple videos on that guy if you got an extra 10, 15 minutes. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The other thing was one more topic on the group posted by Anna Lynn, and she says something along the lines of, lately we seem rushed and don't seem to care what we're talking about. What did you think about that? When she first said it, did you get defensive in your mind?
I did get a little defensive, but then actually when you start thinking about, we have been busy as fuck.
Yeah, I was like, she's totally right. I wish more people honestly were this straight with us.
Yeah, and we apologize for that. We try to bring you guys good quality content, and
dude, long story short, here's not my excuse, but here let me give this to you. We've been doing this now. We've got
we're about 2 years in, almost
2 years in.
Almost 2 years in.
Fucking 20 months.
But here's the difference between us and everyone else. We do a topic every week. We've run through,
at least on the network, the difference.
all of these topics.
At least the ones that we find off the top interesting.
A lot of other shows do one show every 3 weeks or one show every other week.
Even then, though, I mean,
or they have a more talk soup.
We have to do a show every week. That's our directive.
We have to do a show every week.
So, long story short, if we don't have the time during the week because we're too busy with our day jobs, now that Eric here works with me, that's even less time.
Yeah,
not that he was doing any research before at work.
Oh yeah, I was when I worked at the Midwest. Oh yeah,
sure you were. Long story short, though, sorry. You know, we're coming on every week regardless. We're going to bullshit about it. Sometimes we're not going to be as prepared as you'd like.
Yeah, we
do
apologize. We're not.
But God damn it, we're coming. The show must go on. We will be here every week. If we have to do something like this, where we're talking about God knows what and just bullshitting for an hour, that's what we're going to do, and that's what you're going to get.
And we apologize if you don't like that, but man, we're really trying to give you all quality content. I looked this week on. I even Googled some new breakthrough conspiracies, just to try to see if there was anything
that was interesting to research.
Me. Yeah, that just caught me. And
I'm not doing a research on something that was the 1630s. Fucking did the Pope of, well, I guess the Pope kill some people or something like that. You know, just something that's so bizarre and out there. I'm not doing it. I don't have the time or the energy to do that. I can't do it. I can't do Flat Earth again. I'm not actually putting any more time.
No,
into
we are
research.
doing Georgia Guidestones again, though.
Georgia Guidestones, I will research. We just
And
need to find some
Montauk.
goddamn topics or swerve the direction of the show if we're going to keep doing it. Because all this that we've did everything like we said, we did 80-something episodes, 90 episodes between that nick of time.
Right.
We've hit all the stuff that we find cool, more than once on some of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tired, man.
Yeah.
Tired.
So any any weird
That's so the
subjects.
voicemail thing will really come out. We got to try to figure out a way to restructure this shit. We can't keep coming on here every week and doing a half-ass job because, like she says, we're hardly interested in some of the subject matter.
Yeah.
Just because we haven't did it anymore is not an excuse enough for us to do a show on it.
Yeah, it's
Maybe this is a talk me and you should have after the show, but I don't care. Fuck it, let's do it live. As Bill O'Reilly would say, fuck it, we'll dog ride it and do it live.
What's he say? Dog rocket?
Dog ride it.
Dog ride it and do it live.
I can't promise we're going to do any better. In fact, with what we got coming at work, we're likely to be even more busy during the day. I think the only thing we could try to do is try to buckle down and get back to doing some research at night, which I haven't been doing at all. I could be doing better. I just say that now. I know I could be doing better. Could you be doing better?
Oh, yeah, I could be doing better.
Are we going to do better? I don't know. I hope so.
I'm gonna
You guys
try.
deserve it better.
Yeah, they do.
I think
you guys are supporting us, and we totally appreciate that. We appreciate everything. You
I
guys, all
have
the
a fear,
messages, all
honestly.
the emails, all everything that you guys do, all the patrons, all the Patreon supporters.
Love you guys.
Subscribers, downloaders, everything. We do appreciate everything you're doing, and we
I got to
we
fear
don't
though
want to
that
give you guys
our
a
lack
shit
of
show.
interest / effort lately has contributed to our sudden drop in downloads we've been seeing too. We've had a relatively sizable loss of audience. It seems like
it has.
It could be possibly from a change that Apple made on their iTunes bullshit. Blah 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 blah. I got to figure though it's probably because we've been not phoning it in, but damn near it.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Well, we might.
Our
just
shows
have to-
haven't been great. They haven't been horrible, but again, she's not right. There's many times I've been sitting here and just felt like
So the cults, conspiracies, and paranormal genre is only so big.
Yeah,
like if we had a,
if we were doing it by the season, if our show was like we plan 13 episodes and do those 13 episodes, it'd probably be a lot better.
Yeah.
But since every week it's find the topic, crash for a week, or at least it used to be crash for a week. Now it's like crash Friday and Saturday before we do the show. I don't know where we're going with this.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if we did like a Joe Rogan style show where he just sits and talks and has a conversation where he's not bound to
Victor
any...
says maybe we should take offers from our Facebook group to help with research. I don't know what good that does, because then we still got to reread through the Facebook research, and if it's a topic that we're not super into, there's no difference in reading an article online
Or reading
than
you
what
guys
you,
tell
what
us
you
about
guys
it, yeah.
did about it. We
What
could
I
do
was
more
getting
call-in
at
shows,
is-
but nobody ever shows up. We put out a call
Yeah.
for call-ins yesterday and we didn't get nothing.
It's just not that. I honestly feel like that we should just talk about, and I don't want to say drop the cults, conspiracies, and the paranormal, because I'll always be a conspirator, man. But we need to try to branch out a little bit and have some more interesting shit to talk about. You know what I mean?
Maybe one day or one show a month is off topic. We talk about whatever we want. Maybe we sit here and argue for an hour about Batman and Iron Man. I don't know if that would piss off our audience. I don't know.
It might. But
all I know
we're
is we can't-
definitely willing to take some suggestions from you guys.
And at this point in time, we can't continue like we were. And we can't continue like we have been.
Yeah, we got to figure something out. We got to get better. We gotta.
And this is just a little peek inside of the bullshit that's going through our head about
Right.
our worry about how the direction of the show is going. We are a little worried, but apparently not worried enough to spend our 3 hours we have after work at night before bed on the show as much as we could.
Well, then
But that's
I
on
can't
us.
when we're on my laptop doing fucking tickets and shit. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
You know, I mean, it's
We
not-
got wives and kids too, which is
I know it's.
maybe we got to try to figure out a way after we get our new website launched for our other work product that we can spend a half a day to a day a week
At work doing it.
prepping. I don't know. We got to figure something out. Anyway, I guess that's it for the show today.
Email
We'll leave
us
on
at,
that down
email
low.
us at info@surrealtalkpodcast.com.
Yeah, if you got any suggestions, we'd love to hear them.
Yeah, definitely. Message us on Facebook. Join
So
the
I don't want
group.
to say we're out of ideas, but we're out of ideas. You just heard us at the beginning of the show snowballing for the next couple of topics.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at, folks.
Yeah, we're Montauk, Philadelphia.
There's some truth for you.
Priffin. Yeah, no shit, right? There's some truth. I would have called in, but you guys pretty much covered a lot.
Yeah.
Don't mind off topic. I just get shit faced and listen to this and type lame ass puns in the chat. Oh well. How But you guys choose your topics weeks in advance.
Oh, I mean, sure, how? But even if we did, if I chose a month from now that we're going to be doing Georgia Guidestones, that doesn't mean that I'm going to take the time in my, mentally set aside the time to do research about that. That's a problem with me, and it's a problem with Eric, not with, and a lack of interest we developed over 2 years of every week a new conspiracy topic. It just gets a little,
It's busy, man. We're busy.
And me as a non-conspiracy guy, every week giving credence to some of this shit, it wears on me. And I've changed a lot myself too. You got to admit that I give a lot more fucking leeway on some of these stories. I'll give it more of a benefit of doubt than I used to, but I'm still tired. Can't take a week or two break, man. We're part of the network, and as damn near the flagship
we
show.
the network up.
I'm not saying that. There's a lot of other good shows on the network, but we are the #1 show, and we have a certain expectation for us to come in and put a show on every week.
Yeah. Well, they need those downloads for the network.
Don't feel sorry for us, but that's where it's at.
Yeah. So we're gonna do some soul searching.
We are taking one day off this week, or this month.
Yeah, we're taking a week off this month, which will be the one.
It's not really gonna help at all.
No, December 30th.
We just got to batten down the hatches and get recommitted, I guess.
Next week, though, we will be giving away some Surreal Talk shirts, some lineup shirts. So that should be cool. Get in the live chat with us next week, Saturday at 3 p.m. And
I think we're going to talk some Christmas conspiracy stuff.
Yeah, we'll talk about Christmas conspiracies.
Yay.
Jesus Christ is fake, I heard.
So cool. Christmas conspiracies. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is going to be one of those I'm so interested. Sorry, Anna. No. I don't know.
Cults, conspiracies, paranormal, and the weird.
Fair enough. You're covered there. You're the weird.
I like it. Calm down, man.
That's not bad. Calm down? You telling me to calm down, Wooter? You calm down.
That's Woot.
Woot, woot. Anyway. All right, guys. That's it for the show this week. Catch us on the group, facebook.com/group/Surreal Talk group. Join in, man. We might talk about your whatever kind of stuff you post on here. Maybe it'll give us something to talk about.
Definitely. We appreciate you guys, though. Thanks a lot for listening to us.
All right. We'll catch you on next week. Peace. We're still live.
Are we?
Yeah. Boom. Okay. Recording is
Jesus
stopped.
Christ was black. Yes, he was, Wooter.
I mean, I don't know that. Was he?
He definitely wasn't white.
Was Jesus Christ real? We haven't even completely knocked that one down.
Fair. But if he was real, he wasn't white.
I mean, again, how do you know? You don't think there was European people over there at the time?
No.
You don't think Mary could have been European? She might have been. I don't know, dude. I don't know. She could have been like, I'm not saying she was a black, but she could have been like Muslim. Not Muslim. That's not a color. You know what I'm saying? Like Arabian-ish. That's the nationality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What is that race called over there? Middle Eastern? That's not a race either. I'm so ignorant. I am so ignorant.
It's not Asian.
Well, they are Asian though. Central Asian. South Central Asia.
Technically.
So, I don't know.
I mean, technically, we're all Africans.
I guess we're all humans is where it works out to.
Xmas Star was a
Can't we all just get along?
Ooh, snap. The Northern Star, or the Star, what would that have been? The Star of David? The Star of Bethlehem? What Christmas star are you referring to, a vampire?
From the story, from the fucking Three Wise Men story.
Yeah, it was a UFO. Arab. He says Arab.
Thanks, Wooter.
Arabian. Arabian. That's right. It would be Arabian.
So I said that, but I see.
Yeah, it would be Arabian.
That's a race? I fucking hate races. Why can't we just get rid of all that? Stop thinking about it that way.
Is it a race?
I don't know.
Are you genetically different at Arabian than you are?
Man. It's like saying there's
what
different
constitutes
dog species.
race?
I don't know.
It can't just be color. It's got to be some sort of difference in your DNA. Like, what's the disease that only black people can get? The fucking.
I don't think there's anything that's like that. You're thinking sickle cell anemia.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Sickle cell anemia.
You can get that too.
Oh, I can?
So don't go around thinking, I'm a fucking mutant. Because you're not.
Oh, man. But there has to be more to race than just the color, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be.
You're philosophizing now.
No, I'm saying like genetically, because genetically they can tell if you're like just by looking at your DNA whether you're black or white or Arab
do they
or Asian.
Just tell you geographic region at that point? I mean,
is that what it is?
I don't know.
Oh man, I need to know more about this. What makes a race
a
race?
Let's take our Patreon money from last month and get our DNA done. But you know what? We could save money because basically we had close to the same DNA, same mother and father. Don't really matter. We had the same background.
Fair. That's a good point. We could just do one.
Yeah, we don't have to waste some double money because we get it back. Fuck. Wouldn't it be crazy
Same
if they're
exact
different?
thing. Wow, that would be fucked up.
What's going on, Mom? Anyway.
That would
all
be
right.
weird.
You good? I'm good.
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right, we'll catch you guys all next week. Normal bat time, 3 o'clock next Saturday.
For sure, for sure.
Catch you on the group. Peace.